In this problem, find the zeros of the polynomial function and state the multiplicity of each of them. So first step, as we said in the previous example, to find the zero, we're going to set f of x to 0. So f of x, which is x to the power of 4 minus 6x squared plus 8, so equals to 0. Then you can use factoring here to factor this polynomial, because I would like to write this polynomial as a product of factors. Why do I need to write this polynomial as a product of factors? Because the idea is I would like to solve for x. To solve for x, I'm thinking about using the zero property. Using the zero property, so you need to factor this to make it simpler, okay? To make it simpler, to have simpler factors, okay? So I'm going to use the factoring technique here. This guy looks like what? Quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. You know, they look similar, right? They have the same pattern. So I'm going to try to use the factoring technique that we learned. So this is x squared is going to be here. X to the power of 4, I can say, okay, it's x squared times x squared. And we got negative x squared and we have 8. So I can say we have negative here and negative here. So it's going to be 4 times 2. Okay. You can use any technique that you learn. Then I'm going to factor again. I'm going to factor again. So how do you factor this? So the first one is a difference between two squares. Further factoring. So it's going to be x minus 2 times x plus 2. So what is the first factor? X minus 2. The second factor, x plus 2. The third and the fourth factor use difference between two squares. So we have x here minus radical 2 and x here plus radical 2 equals 0. And from these guys we get the zeros, okay? Either x is 2, x is negative 2, okay? And x is square root of 2, x is square root of negative 2, or negative over the square root of 2. So each of these factors has a power of 1. This is 1, this is one of them, this is one of them, this is one of them. So this zero, each zero just has a multiplicity of 1. Each zero has a multiplicity of 1, okay? So what is the smallest zero? The smallest zero is the negative 2 with multiplicity of 1. And the smallest middle zero is the negative radical 2 with the multiplicity of also 1. The larger middle zero is radical 2, multiplicity of 1. And the largest zero is, again, positive 2, multiplicity of 1. So from the beginning, you can only factor them quickly, then you find the zeros without using the zero property, or you use the zero property, then get back and use the square root property, then get back and do the factoring. So both are, works well.